Alright guys, I think it's time we filled you in on what's going on at Lagoon. It has been absolutely insane. So since we've started posting these videos, I guess people have started checking their bulkheads on the Lagoon 450. And there's upwards of 25, 30, maybe 40, maybe 50 boats that have got cracked bulkheads. So a lot of people have been messaging us. There's now a Lagoon 450 bulkhead issue group on Facebook with 300 members, and they are slowly starting to inspect their bulkheads. So I spoke with Thomas GAILLY, the director of Lagoon, and I said, hey, there's pretty clear evidence now that this is a design flaw. I think everyone can at least take the trim off here and just look at this before going to a dealer. You know, instead of everybody going to the dealer and say, hey, take my trim off and inspect my bulkhead, I think we can educate people to do that part themselves, just to look at the bulkhead. And then, you know, if it's not bent or cracked or anything, it's definitely not an urgent matter. But if you see a big fracture through the whole bulkhead, then you're in a different category. But I don't think everyone needs to go to the dealer.
Which is, once again, which is not a safety issue. But yes, another category for sure.
Yeah. Of those 25 boats, I think us and one other boat are hurricane damaged. And Thomas was denying that there's a design flaw and that this is just has been caused by hurricanes running aground, over-tensioning of the rig, blah, 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 blah. But it's just simply not true. There's one guy reached out to me. He's in New Zealand. He's on a Lagoon 450. It's family owned, never chartered, never run aground, never went through a hurricane, and he's got his family on board, so he's always reefing early. He's got cracked bulkheads. He's fixing it in Whangarei in New Zealand. So that right there is enough proof for me that it's a weak area. So I had developed a good relationship with Thomas GAILLY, and he was pretty excited about us possibly becoming ambassadors of the Lagoon brand. It was quite an exciting time there for a while. But then I realized I had to do the right thing here. And what's the right thing? The right thing is to inform other Lagoon 450 owners that there is a design flaw with their boats and that they need to fix this before they that they need to fix this before they run into the same issues that we have. I do not want anybody to go through this. It has been absolute torture.
It's the worst job I've ever done.
This is where you come in.
Yeah, nah, it's not very pleasant. And there's still dust in the boat. It's still falling out of cracks and everywhere, so God knows how long that's going to happen. But I wouldn't wish anybody to go through what we've been through. Yes, it was a hard time for a good 4 to 5 weeks. It was tough, but we're nearly finished putting the cabin back together. So
at this very moment in time, Lagoon still do not agree with me on this, and they are choosing to let all of the customers, and there's more than 20 confirmed cases. They're letting the customers pay for this on their own. And I don't think that's right. I think if there's a design deficiency in this bulkhead, that Lagoon should be held accountable in one way or another. They won't even issue a repair procedure for everyone, let alone a reinforcement procedure for everyone. So it's a little bit disappointing, but I do have faith that they're going to do the right thing with this Facebook group, and there's just so much noise around it now. I think they will come to the party somehow, at least with a repair procedure. That's all everyone needs. I don't want to give everyone the emails and WhatsApp messages and all the crap that I have, because that was very experimental, and the naval architects themselves didn't really know how we should repair it. And now that we've done the repair, I would do things differently. I think I said yesterday, we've over-engineered ours, and we're having a prick of a time trying to get
having a shower
mid-speech. having a prick of a time trying to get this cabin back together. So I'll do it differently. So there's no point me sending out my confidential documents all through Facebook groups. We need to let Lagoon step up to the plate and issue something formal. So that's where we're at.
So one of the reasons I'm convinced it's a design flaw is because of this guy here. That's Dave, he's one of our patrons, bought a Lagoon 450, found broken bulkheads because of our videos, and he sailed all the way down here with broken bulkheads to be alongside Parlay and fix his bulkheads. Never been through a hurricane, never run aground, heavily chartered, yes, rig never over tension. You can hear him working in there now. So I'll give you a sneak peek of what he's dealing with, but broken bulkheads, Lagoon 450. So we're helping him along the way. He's done a couple of days working with us just to get an idea of what to do. Let's go take a look.
What's going on, lovers?
Hard work. Dude, so much harder than you said it would be.
Why'd you buy one of these boats?
Oh, I should have.
There we go.
Trying to cut out this drain.
Hold to...
That looks good.
To bulkhead joint, thank you.
What we did when we got it to about that stage, we just hit it with the grinder.
Oh, you just, okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
if you just zap that with the grinder, it takes just a couple of minutes. You'll get all the remaining bits off, and you'll scuff up that gel coat down to the
Enough, right?
polyester to get good bond.
Okay.
All right, can I show you on your bulkheads?
Yeah, go for it.
So Dave's learning from all of our mistakes, and he has done the right thing. He has put plastic everywhere. He's got like a proper vacuum and ventilation system. He's doing this the right way. Me and Jamie just got in there and just wrecked ourselves. It was demoralizing. But yeah, you can see all the prep work he's done. It's good, man. Dust can't get through. You'll end up with a ton of dust up here.
Yeah.
And every time you play with these lights, dust will fall out.
Check this out though. I made this 1500 CFM exhaust. So what that does...
Oh man, you can feel it sucking.
Yeah, you can feel it blowing. I mean, it just...
Yeah.
So once we start grinding, hopefully it'll just...
So that fan up there is creating a negative pressure inside here. It's got its vacuum going out the window. This is the way to do it, guys. Don't do it like we did it. So he's already made some cuts here because he's going to take this sandwich structure off. Yeah, this is... Keep in mind this is now pretty straight, isn't it?
It's straighter. Yeah. It was at least another inch and a half out.
Yeah. See that white in there? It means it's delaminated.
So I should try to get all the way almost down to the wood right there. Right?
That's the right thing to do. Yeah, see it's got white delamination. So you've got cracks happening all through there. Delaminated, cracks in the corner. This side looks straight now, but it was bent when the boat was bent. It's all delaminated. You can see the white. So that's all got to come out really. There you go. Lagoon 450. Cracked bulkheads. I think as of right now there's 25 boats that have filled in the farm for cracked bulkheads on Lagoon 450, and that number's growing every day. So everyone who's checking this bulkhead is finding it's cracked, bent, or they just want to reinforce it anyway, which I think is the right thing to do before you cross an ocean. But there he is.
So I went on the Facebook group, the Lagoon Owners group, and I posted a video saying, hey, anyone who owns a Lagoon 450, please watch this video.
You have to inspect this bulkhead from the end on, from right here. You can't stick a camera in here and see a bent bulkhead. You can't stick a camera in and see cracks down there or up there. This has to come apart. So what you do, there's two bits of trim like this. You can get a spatula or a knife, break the glue, and this will come off. It's just glued on.
And I showed them what we had done, and I advised everyone that they should look at this bulkhead before they decide to cross an ocean. And unbelievably, I got some pretty abusive messages by a few people. The majority were fucking amazing, but I think 3 or 4 guys started abusing me. They called me a fraudster. They said Lagoon had paid. No, what did they say? I was trying to protect Lagoon by not sharing my documents. They called me insecure. They called me a fucking crybaby. It was
Fake.
a fraudster. I had never imagined that would happen. These are fellow Lagoon 450 owners. One guy, Andrew, absolutely pushed me to the point where I was about to remove myself from all of the Lagoon groups on Facebook, and there's 3 of them. But I've decided to be the bigger man and continue to share my experiences and my knowledge so that other 450 owners can benefit from this. And in doing so, I am Lagoon enemy number 1 right now. So there's a big fucking truck in the background. So it's been a tough time, guys, between fixing the boat, editing at night, and then copping this abuse online. It's been really tough. But I reached out to our Patreons last night and told them all about what was happening, and they've just given me the most support. Some of them have jumped on the groups and backed me up. It's been absolutely amazing. It's so amazing to have those people behind us. But yeah, I just thought it was time to let you guys know that it's no longer just a hurricane issue. It's no longer a rig over-tensioning issue. It's a design flaw now. I do seriously hope that Lagoon decide to do the right thing here, which would be to just at least give us a repair procedure. What people are forgetting on these Lagoon groups is I've got nothing to gain from this. I've basically wrecked my relationship with Lagoon. And we're in this on our own now. We're nearly finished the repair, so we're going to go sailing. That's our reward. But these people who have boats that are from 2017, 2018 with cracked bulkheads, I don't think they should have to pay for it.
No. How many? 2018's early, so 2020 did we hear?
Yeah, I think there's a 2020, there's definitely a 2018 sport model, so one of the newer ones with cracked bulkheads. So I didn't want to have to do this. I hoped that Lagoon would have just stepped up to the plate and said, hey, anyone with cracked bulkheads, this is how you repair it. But they're scared. There's 1,000 Lagoon 450s out there, and Thomas GAILLY was telling me, oh, there's 1,000 of them out there and only 25 of them have broken bulkheads. I said, that's bullshit, mate. 25 of them have checked their bulkheads and found cracked bulkheads. You have to remove the trim. Like in the video I posted on the group, you have to remove the trim and take one of the panels off. You have to break the glue. A lot of people don't want to do that. And then you have to inspect the bulkhead end on. I said all this in the video, and I still copped a bunch of shit. But I lost my train of thought there. I get so worked up about this. It just blows my mind that Lagoon owners, and I'll tell you why. It's because these guys are worried that the value of their Lagoon 450s will go down. It's true. Anyone who owns a Lagoon 450 that doesn't reinforce this bulkhead, your Lagoon 450 is going to be hard to sell. Anyone who repairs the bulkhead or reinforces the bulkhead, you will retain the value of that boat. So these guys, this Andrew dickhead on Facebook, probably shouldn't say that. This Andrew guy on Facebook, he's just bought a new Lagoon 450. So he doesn't have cracked bulkheads because it's brand new. And he's obviously worried that when he tries to go sell it, his poor little 450 is going to be worth less. So what a selfish prick. People's lives are at risk. If we had chosen to cross the Pacific, if we had not found the cracks and crossed the Pacific, who knows what would have happened. Each bulkhead would have just continued to break and break and break. Once this primary bulkhead goes, all of the weight goes onto the engine room. The engine room bulkhead can't handle that much pressure. The tabbing on that breaks. We know, we've seen it. And then one by one, all of the frames throughout the boat, which are glued to the hull, separate. All of a sudden, you've got 2 hulls connected by the bridge deck alone. And you're crossing the Pacific. So, it's a scary thought, and I don't want anyone to put themselves in that position. And it's been a really, really rough week having these guys push against this, but
they're going to find out shortly.
Yeah. So that's what's going on, guys. You can see I get pretty heated about it. I've thrown my toys a couple of times. I've had to go up top and just reassess what the fuck I'm doing with my life, because it doesn't help me in any way to try help these people. And it's only, we'll just wait for this truck. It doesn't help me in any way by going on these groups and posting these things for the other owners out there. It's ruined my relationship with Lagoon, I believe. I'll be surprised if there's any recovering from this. The only way that this relationship can recover is if they do step up to the party and actually basically thank us for bringing light to this subject so that people's boats can become safe and seaworthy. Anything short of that, and we've messed up Lagoon sales. People have messaged us saying that we can't buy a Lagoon anymore, knowing what we know. It's been really sad, and it's all because Lagoon aren't stepping up to the plate. If Lagoon did the right thing and started helping the people, that it's an opportunity for them to actually show how good of a company they are. Because the boat's great. It's an amazing boat. It's just this one area down here that screws it up.
But it's only early days. I haven't had that much time to really sort it out yet.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Well, there you go. Let's get back to work.